So just as I was about to press the upload button on this podcast, my old friend Sharon Taryn comes calling, and I approved her comment. I approved her comment, and she's claiming that I need to apologize, and I'm thinking, for what exactly? I still don't believe there's going to be any court case. This is an update. It doesn't. Frankie has said that he needs to raise more funds. So what should I be apologizing for exactly, Sharon Taryn? And you're more than welcome to comment under this video, Sharon, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions, any of your queries. My opinion stays exactly the same. And I think it was, at least Frankie has admitted that he doesn't have enough funds as yet. And it'd be interesting to see what he'll do with those funds if he actually raises the 75 grand that he apparently needs. So let me preempt this podcast by saying, didn't Martin say last year, and I've got this thing that Martin wrote on his channel, on his community post, that AD had already been served a letter to attend court. Well, it turns out, after reading Frankie's new update, it turns out that that's not the case at all. So what Martin said here was not the case, just like I said. Because Frankie, after reading his new update, Frankie says he has not raised enough funds to proceed, and that he's waiting and hoping for more donations. So we can't rely on anything that Martin Dehan says, by the looks of it. I'd made this podcast on Miss Mensa, and I was going to do another podcast as well. So I had these two podcasts that I was going to put out, and I decided not to put them out. And then I hear this update, this so-called update from Frankie Rusek and the Crowd Justice. Do I think the same way that I did a week ago, a few months ago, a year ago about this court case? I think exactly the same thing. I don't think there's any change in terms of, do I think there's going to be a case? No, I don't. I don't think that there's going to be a case at all. However, it's nice to see, and I think he probably did feel a little bit of pressure because of the talk that I've had on my channel and the things that Bam said on her channel, and conversations that he's probably observed from around YouTube streets. It is refreshing to see an update, but to me it's just listen. Do I like Alan Vinnicum's content? No, I don't. Do I think that Frankie has a right to feel the way he does about Alan Vinnicum and his content? Absolutely. But I still don't believe there's going to be a court case between them. I mean, actually attending a court together. I don't believe it's ever going to happen. My opinions have not changed. But I find it interesting that we finally see an update. So my next few episodes have been pushed back. I was going to do an episode on Natasha Cooper. I'm going to update on that in the near future. I have some preview podcasts that I would like to put out. And I've got this Miss Mensa podcast that I was supposed to put out today, but obviously that hasn't happened. And, for some reason, I was waiting for something to happen. So, so Frankie has finally given another update, and I don't want to be too much of a Debbie Downer. It's been a long time since the last update, and at the end of the day, I do still feel some sympathy for what they've gone through. I do. I do feel that, the update is kind of like word salad. And I don't believe, my opinions are still very much the same. But at least there is something, because there was nothing before. It was just stone silence. And, people can donate if they want to, and see what happens. I've never told people that they shouldn't donate. Personally speaking, I don't believe that there's going to be a court case between Alan and the Ruzeks. I don't believe it's ever going to happen. However, there has been a new update, and, let's see what happens. Can Frankie prove me wrong? Because I don't mind being proved wrong. I think it's actually refreshing to see that there is an update. And even though I think it's word salad, and even though my opinion has not changed, it's something. And there was nothing before, so it's better than nothing. I made this delicious cheesecake. It's a deconstructed cheesecake in a cup. It's so delicious, and I'm just about to go downstairs and get it from the fridge and have my delicious cheesecake. My mouth is watering. So Frankie claims that he hasn't raised enough funds to get this up and running yet, and he is asking for donations. I am very grateful to my legal team who have been working hard to push this matter through to this point, despite me not having raised enough money to cover all of the costs to complete the next steps. I will need further support from all the kind people who supported me previously to help me deal with the progress of the case. At this stage, I'm trying to raise a stretch target of 75 grand to pay the outstanding invoices for my legal team and to be able to respond to whatever Mr. Vinicum does next. You will have played a vital role in helping me, and your support will be forever appreciated. We wish to just move forward without being I want to send a clear message to Mr. Vinicum and others. I am grateful for all your continuing support, and I will be back with an update very soon. Love, Frankie. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen next. I'm very excited.